The NFL on EA Sports is in the great state of Tennessee at Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Has us all set, and we are underway from Nashville, Tennessee. Brandon Wilson to return it. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go.
1st down. Here's Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I know from past experience, before you game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback. And no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals are going to take a first quarter lead. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Cameron Batson now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Second down, they go again with Henry. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. To throw is Tannehill. A bullet throw, but incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taking it about the 16. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Second down at 7. Now Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Complete to Tyler Boyd. It's a gain of 10. First down, Cincinnati.
On one, right?
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's a give to Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Burrow. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On third down, Burrow. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes you're fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
And this is going to be a Titans first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack. Well, it looked like they were trying to get him outside there, but this defense had different plans.
Yeah, they really had an outside-in kind of a pass rush. It's almost like when you're covering a punt. You can't let him get to the outside and get to the sideline. You force him to stay in the middle of the field, and they did exactly that and made the play.
To try again after the sack, Tannehill. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
On first down, Mixon. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Burrow. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. He'll look to throw. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Bud Dupree. And the Titans are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And the Bengals are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Pirine. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Right there.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Now it's Burrow. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. So on fourth down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Back deep, Chester Rogers. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
That's a run, 20-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. Think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two, because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off down at the 10. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
This was almost what I've heard referred to as a pick 12.
Pick 12, explain.
Well, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
Because they were so close to the end zone.
And now the 6 going the other direction. So when you take a look at teams on the march, they're in the red zone. Then after the interception, and it took a touch.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Titans are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Bullet good on the extra point. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Burrow will throw. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score.
Here's Batson now, bringing it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. Pushes him over. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Derrick Henry. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Back to throw, Tannehill.
Quick slant to Brown. And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Foreman. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. They'll run on 1st down with Evans. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 12. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The drive starts with a handoff to Pirine. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They'll roll him out right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Dancing to his left. Now Ball loses the football. And that might be Titan football. It is.
was.
And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the third quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to their defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Tannehill. A slant to Jones. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Henry will take this into the end zone for a Titans touchdown. Oh, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, they looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4, fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Mixon.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Burrow on play action.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
It's caught inside the 25. Yeah, this will get them all the way inside the Tennessee 20. A big play there for Cincinnati. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And the Bengals are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Once more, Pirine.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd and goal now in a 1-score game. Mixon trying to punch it in, and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals.
Joe Mixon,
his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
And he missed it. Oh, would you believe it? It is no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Here's Batson now, bringing it out of the end zone.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Henry. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop them here on 3rd down. Now Tannehill. Got him in. It's Brown.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
On 3rd down, it's Evans.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. The field position game often so overlooked, but this offense is going to be backed up deep. What an ideal punt.
And now, this stage of the game, when they need to drive to try and put themselves in a position to win it, you talk about going the long field, the very long field. This could be a 99-yard drive if they're able to accomplish it.
To throw, Burrow.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line.
Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays.
And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
And that touchdown puts them up 7. But now's when the fun begins, partner, because if you go ahead and kick the extra point, it's still a one-possession game. Go for 2, you might put it out of reach.
Yeah, a little decision to be made. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the 4th. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bengals drive about to get going. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. And that is incomplete. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Titans are winners here as we say so long from Nashville. The NFL on EA Sports is in the great state of Tennessee at Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and off we go from Nashville. Cameron Batson now from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly. And that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Henry again on second down. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. He's got his tight end, Anthony Ferguson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Running from the gun with Henry. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 5. Here's Tannehill. Man open, that's Chester Rogers. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
A first down carry for Henry. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On second down, Foreman.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Here's Tannehill. This will be caught by Brown. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
It doesn't matter where on the field he is. Even down here in the red zone, he is still slippery with the ball in his hands. And he was almost able to work his way into the end zone. Instead, they'll have to settle for first and goal, but they'll take it.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll give Henry another shot. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Give him 2 yards on the gain there, and it will take us to the end of quarter number 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Burrow looking to pass. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
First carry for Samaje Perine. And he is going to have a Bengals first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
And that's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And they go play action now. Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. T. Higgins, 36 yards. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Evan McPherson for the extra point.
It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Tannehill off the bootleg. Rolling to his right. That's complete to his tight end, Ferkser. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And a nice call and really good execution there, because they gave him a little bit of a different launch angle, perhaps. You know, you don't want to have the quarterback dropping back 5 to 7 steps on every play and have the defense zero in on him. There you hope that you get your defense going one way. They sent him the other, and they picked up nice yardage with that completion.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
On first down, Tannehill. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
They go play action with Burrow. He'll buy some time right. He will find his man Chase complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. A handoff to Mixon. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
I'm fine. Ready?
They'll set up a throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Titans are going to take over at their own 41.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
This is caught. It's Brown. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Tannehill. He's got his tight end over the middle. That's Ferkser. Touchdown! Anthony Ferkser in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Titans on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
Bullock good on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And trouble there on the kickoff as that goes out of bounds.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll set up to throw. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. After the sack on 1st down, Burrow.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Matthias Farley. And he will be brought down on what will be the first half. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit.
Here we go.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Open man to Uzomah. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
The Bengals with work to do in this 3rd quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway.
From his end zone, Wilson. No return here for Wilson. To touch back, it'll come out to the 25.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it, and they've run it well here to start the second half.
Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively. And now they will throw it with Burrow. This pass complete to Higgins, and he's brought down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time you wait for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Here's a give to Mixon. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
52 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the 3rd quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw.
Sliding out of the pocket. Looking for the end zone.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase.
27 yards. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
And McPherson on for the extra point.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here.
Batson not going to risk returning it, so they'll start at the 25.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving. And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Tannehill. That's taken in by Ferkser. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 1st and 10, Tannehill.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off near the 32. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
54 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
On second down, here's Henry. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. Here's Henry. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And no movement for the field goal unit to break this tie. They're going to go for this thing. 4th and goal. Here we go. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead is now 21-14. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
From his end zone, Wilson. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and it may be a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Back to Mixon on second down.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Here we go.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now Burrow.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kevin Farley.
And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Tannehill. On the move to his left. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes.
And the Bengals are right back in this football game.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
80 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to Mixon on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Here we go. Big 13. Big 13.
Here's Burrow. He's going to look deep down the field.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Up by Caleb Farley. And the Titans are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground.
Let's go.
2nd and 16.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Tannehill's throw into the hands of Ferkser here.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big play that time on the catch and run. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now, Tannehill. And it's a Titans touchdown.
Ryan Tannehill with a touchdown pass to A.J. Brown.
And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
From his end zone, Wilson. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Amani Hooker, and the return will stop right around the 25. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle. Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Tannehill now to throw. Buying time to his left.
That'll be caught by Brown. Touchdown, Tennessee. A.J. Brown.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Bullock good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
From his end zone, Wilson. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Titans are winners here as we say so long from Nashville. The NFL on EA Sports is in the great state of Tennessee at Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals.
Randy Bullock has us all set, and we are underway from Nashville, Tennessee. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25.
start he was hoping for there as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
Here we go.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 36.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mixon. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
From the 31, Burrow. That's complete to the tight end Sample. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
Clock running, under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. On 2nd and 7, Burrow. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Amani Hooker. And now off to the races, down the right side. 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. The That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense. And the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
To throw again on second down. Burrow. He goes right back to Higgins, and this time he's got him.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football. The coverage unit out there thinking pass on 3rd and 3. Burrow on 3rd down. He gets this one to Boyd. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
On first down, Mixon. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Second and 5 now. Burrow, slant pass to Boyd. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 41-yard line.
And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And this one is incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On 3rd down is Burrow. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And he is going to have a Bengals first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
They'll run on first down. Mixon might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Mixon will try the right side. Down right around the 25. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. Going for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Tannehill. Rolling to him, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Credit the sack to the safety, Jesse Bates. And nowhere to hide on that play.
No, there was not, because every exit door, that was surrounded. And I think that was supposed to be a bootleg, but he had no chance to get outside the pocket and try and make a play.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. Tannehill on 3rd down. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They snap it to Tannehill. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the 1st.
Mission accomplished on that throw. Slant, pick up the 1st down. I like how he just put it on the receiver and didn't lead him on that one.
Happened quickly. Defense, not much they could do. Again, Tannehill able to shake him off. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now it's Tannehill. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Tannehill. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Now the Bengals going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 1st half. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway.
Cameron Batson now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Second down, they go again with Henry.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again to Henry. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Second and 5 now. Tannehill in trouble, and he's taken down. Trey Hendrickson able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter.
Here we go. Ready? 55. Switch up. Mike 55.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half. Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now it's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They'll try and run with Mixon. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. First down carry for Henry. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he is going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bengals' 18-yard line. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. They'll try to run for the first with Henry.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
That'll be caught by Brown. Touchdown, Tennessee.
It's a 6-yard touchdown pass.
And the Titans are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Extra point and good by Bullock. And the lead now stands at 13. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Burrow looking to pass. There's a short one caught by Uzama. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Burrow's throw caught by Higgins.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together?
I'm line, right? 54, right there, 54 miles. Keep it up, defense, keep it up, guys.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And that one complete once again to Higgins. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good headed scheme going.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 31-yard line. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage, throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Mixon with a first down carry. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
2nd and 5 from the 8.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that time.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Tannehill going to throw it. Throw left side here, hauled in by the tight end, Ferkser. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
That was a fun one to watch right there.